You are listening to the Lance J Radio Show on Advent Sports Network.
He does have a very, very, very high skill.
All right, man. Hey, no doubt, man. Appreciate it. You know you're my man. So
I knew that it was good.
The experience was just nothing less than legendary and epic and great to me.
I said, you know, Michael, LeBron James is the best basketball player in the history of the NBA. Now, I preface that, and I'm gonna shut up and get out the way and let Michael, who's a staunch Michael Jordan fan and a Bulls fan, you know, really carry the rest of these next few segments. But I just want to get in my comments and then let you go. I just copped a pair of Columbia 11s on eBay for a very large amount of money as a birthday present. So that said, no one can ever question that Michael Jordan had a better brand, that he had a better career, that he's a more iconic figure. I'm not questioning that. That's not debatable. It's obvious that Michael Jordan is a bigger name and more iconic. He's still selling us the same shoes that he sold us 20 years ago. I'm saying that LeBron James is a better player. He's the only player in NBA history to be the best player at the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4 positions simultaneously. I would love to hear you, Michael, out-argue me and disagree with me on that point.
I have a question. When you make that point, when you say the best player at those 4 positions, do you mean the best player on his team or the best player in the league?
I'm saying he's the best player in the league at all 4 of those positions, or would be the best player if he played those positions full-time.
Hogwash. Hogwash. Let's go by it. Before we even get into Michael Jordan, let's go through that position by position. Point guard. You're saying he's the best point guard in the league?
Absolutely.
He's a great passer. No argument. His vision, nobody can question that. His actual ball handling leaves something to be desired. If you watch LeBron James handle the ball, he mishandles it almost as much as he handles it in ISO situations. He's just quick enough to recover and big enough to shield you off the ball. There are a lot of guards with better skill sets at the 1. Let's see.
I disagree, but let's go to the 2.
The 2? Defensively,
the 2 and the 3 is roughly the same position in the modern NBA.
In the modern NBA, it's roughly the same. 3, no question. He's the best small forward the league has seen. Shooting guard, maybe, but his jump shot is, while it's much improved from what it used to be, let's not get into for the sake of calling it pure. Offensively, I'd say James Harden's a better 2 guard offensively.
Well, this is the same person. You just sent me a text the other day saying that the Rockets were a better team without James Harden.
That's not what I said. I said the Cavaliers are a better team without Kyrie Irving.
Oh, okay.
I said James Harden. Okay. I said James Harden doesn't play any defense.
Well, that's true. And LeBron is one of the best defensive players in the league perennially.
No argument, which is why I said offensively, James Harden's a better 2 guard. I might even go as far as to say Klay Thompson's a better 2 guard.
Yeah, that's pretty reckless. That's reckless talk. Right
Not
there.
Not at all. The 2 guard position, you're not looking for somebody to trigger your offense. You're looking for somebody to finish plays and spread the floor.
So let me get this straight. So you're saying, I apologize. You're saying if you're on the court and you have next and you need a 2 guard, you already have the rest of your squad set. You're saying that if Klay Thompson is standing on the sideline and he's standing next to LeBron, that you're going to pick Klay Thompson and leave LeBron on the bench? He's better three-point shooter.
Mike didn't shoot threes. I wouldn't say LeBron's better. When Mike decided he wanted to shoot threes, he could make them. But he understood that the three-point shot is often a bad shot. Like, I know analytics will tell you that the scoring works out, that you score more points when you shoot threes than when you shoot twos. But what analytics don't figure in is that lower percentage where you're missing shots when you're taking threes, that missed shot turns into a long rebound, which turns into a fast break opportunity for the other team. So while I might get more points shooting 40% from three than I do shooting 50% from two, I'm also giving the defense the other team more opportunity to score against me when I miss those shots.
That's true. You don't get to set your defense up, which is a major component, particularly in the NBA when you get into the playoff atmosphere where it's a half-court game. So that's actually a very good point that I didn't think of.
That's something analytics don't take into effect, which is why a team like Golden State is so special, because you have guys who can go 7 for 9 from three, where you get the point, but you don't have a drop in your shooting percentage.
Mm-hmm.
That is rare. Doesn't happen for most people. That shooting percentage going down, I might get more points, but I'm giving more opportunities. So Mike understood that just taking threes isn't always a good shot. It's not about being able to make it all the time.
What about defensively? I think that, once again, LeBron's ability to literally guard 4 positions at the elite level and occasionally guard the 5 if need be puts him in a different status than Jordan.
Defensively, LeBron is much better being able to defend in the post. He's probably even a better help defender. On the ball, on the perimeter, I'd rather have Mike. And there's one good reason why. This is going to sound crazy, but because LeBron is bigger. Any ball handler will tell you that the taller a player is, the harder it is for him to defend the ball handler because he can't get down to bother a dribble. Mike, just as quick, just as athletic, long arms, at the 2 guard, even the small forward or the point guard position, you're not really going to come across people who are big enough, quick enough, athletic enough to get a shot off over Mike. Much easier than LeBron. Like, so that on defending the perimeter, that size difference probably works in LeBron's disadvantage rather than his favor.
And that makes a lot of sense. I think that defensively, I think that you're doing a really good job of segmenting the different nuances and what's necessary to compete. I mean, what I'm hearing is you're looking at LeBron as more of a jack of all trades, and you're saying that Jordan didn't have as much capacity, but the things that he did have a capacity for, he was elite in all of those things to the level where it surpasses LeBron. So let's say that Jordan was an A+ at everything. LeBron is like a B+ at more things than Jordan is able to do, but Jordan's ability to be at the zenith, to be just the top of his 10 to 12 best attributes, makes him a more elite player than LeBron. What do you think about eras? When you look at the people that LeBron has played with, even the 2 championships he won with Miami, he's never played with any Pantheon. And when I say the Pantheon, I'm talking about the best players in the history of the game. Dwayne Wade is a very good player. He played with Dwayne Wade sort of as he was ending his prime. Jordan played with Pippen, who is definitely one of the top 20 players in the NBA, arguably one of the top 15 players in the NBA.
I concede that point. When Jordan and Pippen and those Bulls teams were going on their runs, say from, I wouldn't go back to their first championship, but I'd go back to, say, their second or third championship. all the way through the second three-peat, Pippen was widely regarded as the second-best all-around player in the league. So
in the league, right. He was basically LeBron before LeBron.
Yeah, and that was about to be my next point. LeBron is more Pippen than Jordan to me. Because, like, LeBron, he can score, defend, rebound, facilitate an offense. He makes his teammates better. Absolutely. But and I know we're talking skill set, but I would have to say the ability to make your opponent not want to play you is a skill. People were scared to get on the court against Michael Jordan. LeBron James, people have respect his greatness, but
right.
He's not in anybody's head to the point where they're scared to compete against him. There are a lot of people who just aren't good enough, but you could have been good enough against Mike. But when you got on the court against him, mentally you didn't believe you were good enough anymore.